us through the thoughts and the processes that went into that decision that you stayed here?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it was a tough decision. It was a long process to get to a decision, and it was a decision that was never going to be made lightly. Just the way the world is at the minute, it wasn't going to be possible for me to get home and back and finish off the season. So, I think at the minute the UK is looking at putting hotel quarantine in as well. So I'd have had to do 2 weeks there, probably miss the berth as well, then come back, do another 2 weeks here. It was just not something that we were willing to do as a family. So we made the decision that my missus will have the baby, and then we'll try and do as much as we can to get her out here.
Was it something that you played on your mind for quite a while? Obviously, you knew you were going to have to make the decision, but is it something that you've been just unable to sort of think about going up?
Listen, when it's your first child, it's the only thing you think about. But you have to be professional. You have to come in every day, train well, play in the games, and do your best you can. But the closer it got to the due date, it's the only thing. You got to make sure that she's healthy, making sure that she has every piece of care that she can have, making sure all the scans go well. But ultimately, you're a passenger, and you can't really do too much. But it wasn't playing on my mind. It was just something that was always there, and I had to make a decision. I knew it was going to come. It's come around a little bit quicker than I thought it would do, but ultimately, I'm just really excited now to have the baby, albeit through Zoom call, and then we'll go from there.
Moving on to the football side of things, it's been a pretty decent start after that first up loss. You're unbeaten since then. You weren't top of the table up until recently. It must be a pretty good feeling amongst the players at the moment, knowing that there's more to come as well.
Absolutely. I mean, you saw in the MacArthur game that we were still work in progress. Obviously, the new boys had come in, had only probably trained a couple of days, but as we've sort of progressed and got further into the season, the boys have got fitter. Now we're starting to showcase what we're all about, and obviously we can continue to improve, and we will do, but ultimately we're still a work in progress, and the best of us is yet to come, and we hope to continue on the good reign of form that we're in on Friday night.
You did go back to the UK in the off-season, I know you had surgery as well. How do you feel you're tracking individually? Do you think that you're fully fit now and you're at the top of your game to what's happening?
Yeah, absolutely. The surgery was amazing for me. I feel like I'm a 22-year-old running around the pitch again. I feel like I've got to a level where, I feel fit, feel physically fit. I'm here to do a job and help the team as best I can. And listen, the surgery was something that needed to happen. Otherwise, I would have probably end up looking at maybe calling it a day if I couldn't have that. But right now, I feel really good, in a good place.
I spoke to Carl about this recently, about goals, or I suppose lack of goals at the moment from you as a centre forward. Do you feel as though that's not far off kicking for you? I know Nikolai scored against the Mariners to get, if you look at yourself, Nikolai and Bernie, Huawei, there's just one between
Yeah.
the four of you. Is that concern?
Listen, as a striker, you're paid to score goals, and when that's not happening, ultimately criticism is going to come your way, and that's fine. We're paid to do a job, and at the minute we're not really doing that job. But ultimately, we're the forefront of the team, and we're the focal point, and we're not purely simply goal getters. We're there for everybody else, to bring everybody else into play and do a job for the team. And if that's with assists, or some people might not see the runs that we make that create space for somebody else, but the manager and his staff see that, and as long as he's happy, then we're happy, and we can continue on that vein.
Newcastle up next. You played in the first game, it was only a couple of weeks ago. There was obviously a bit of ill feeling from the home crowd towards certain members of the Wanderers. What did you make of Newcastle in that game? Obviously they've now got themselves into the market and going to the last.
Yeah, listen, there'll be a different team that we faced. Obviously now, a bit of confidence after winning the other night, so we'll be fully prepared for that. And listen, it was only a couple of weeks ago we played them, so we know everything about them. Obviously the manager and Kenny know everything about them pretty much. He says it himself, it's a team that he pretty much put together. So we know everything about them, and we'll do our due diligence on them and make sure that we're fully prepared.
What have you made of the standard of the league this year? Obviously you've seen all the Mariners,
think it's a combination of everything. You know, people left because they were a bit worried about what the level was going to be this year due to the pandemic and stuff. But that's giving opportunities to people, and you look at the Mariners, they look really fit. They look like they're a team that have transitioned from last year, where they finished bottom, to this year they've been a bit of a surprise package. But ultimately, the level is still the level. It's a very good level. Players have come in and done really well, and we've recruited really well. So it was just a matter of time for every other team to sort of even out the level. You haven't got the Sydney FCs running away with things like they potentially were last year. The level seems to be pretty decent standard at the minute, and any team at the minute can seem like they can run away with it. But I don't feel that's ever going to happen here.